Yo, what's up, everybody? Hey, it's Jason, and I'm getting some things set up here. We'll be live and on camera here in a moment. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Gave me a few minutes to get everything situated, and we'll be good to go. Hoo-yah.
Hands around my waist, I think I've covered this disaster as I'm slipping out the morning after. Caught a common stasis that could feed the Berlin Wall, standing in a separated manner. What you know about me is the relentless chasing as you figure out the games we're playing. Funny how the moonlit sky will light my only passion.
What's up, everybody? Hey, it's Jason. If you are out there following, go ahead and type something in the chat. Let me know you're out there so we can get this moving. Thanks.
Are you listening to the words that tear us apart? Keep forgetting that we're all pretending it's all. I need you. Are you listening to the words that tear at your heart? I need you. Keep forgetting that we're all just playing a part. Watch me as I hop the fence to make my pleading argument. You're not just scared, you're making sense. Believe me, it's a great defense. Shadows hazy, not too sure where he's been lately. Bet he took a walk on the wild side to let it all sink out. What you like about me is the relentless shaking. Cannot be contained with simple taming. Steady as she goes along with simple trends in fashion, setting with the sun as we get lost. Rewind. I'm running till I trip and I fall down, girl. Just get up, restart. I'll do it again and again.
All right, what is going on, everybody? Let's go ahead and switch this over, and let's get this stream on the road. What's up? My name's Jason, and I run jasonscustoms.com. I make awesome things like Panzer Fight Sticks. I used to make some super guns, arcade panels, and sell a lot of cool arcade stuff that helps you in the fighting game community really upgrade your game. Today, actually, I guess not technically today. Well, I guess the stuff I want to use today came in, so maybe today. I learned about this guy named WYDD. Wide, I guess, is probably what his handle is on Twitter. And he built something that I've actually considered trying to do for a long time, but of course, it requires a lot of extensive coding knowledge, and it's something that that's kind of well behind me in my career. I haven't done any serious coding in many, many years. So it always eluded me to do this. But it's a pretty ingenious idea. It's a USB device latency testing setup, and he set it up specifically for arcade sticks and testing how fast the button press gets to a USB output. Traditionally, a lot of people have done frame counting, meaning they've used a high-speed camera set up to record when you push the button and see when it executes something on screen. And there's some utility there, but there's room for error. The other way to do it is hook up two PCBs to the same board, or excuse me, two PCBs up to the same button. You push it in game. Whoever strikes first wins, and then you just tally that up and decide which board wins and is the better of the two, which is great head to head. But then you got to get into some rack and stack, like, okay, this board beat this board, but this board beat that board, so this one is clearly better than this, and that becomes kind of a headache. So what Wyd did, and if I'm butchering his name, I apologize, but that's what I'm going to go with. He created, actually, I don't know how all of the details of it, so I'm not going to get into too much of the details on what he did or whatnot. But he set up a Arduino with a USB host shield, and he then hooks the controller up to the USB host shield, executes some code on the Arduino, which basically simulates pushing the button about 1,000 times, I think it is, and it registers the latency from when it sends that pulse to trigger the button to when it reads something over the USB host shield. Now, that is probably the best way to do something like this because it takes human error completely out of it and just lets the computer log everything. It triggers the buttons, it knows exactly when it does it, and it knows when it picks up the output, so that's pretty fantastic, and it creates repeatable results. Now, if you're into science and experimentation and stuff like that, you know repeatable results prove theories and make the scientific world go forward, and I think this is a good, repeatable, reliable source and setup to do that. Now today, what we're going to do is we're going to do this from start to finish. Let me go ahead and switch over here to the overhead only. Oh, we're going to go overhead only. I've got a USB host shield stacked on a Arduino. And good morning, everybody. Casa de Pescado. Oh, House of Fish. Good morning. What this does is basically you can run little programs on it that you write in the Arduino scripting language, which is C. I think it's C. And it compiles it, puts it on the board, and then you can do some fun things with these input-output connectors here, these little pins. And what I've done is I've gone ahead and stacked the thing on there. I have not loaded anything on this yet because I wanted to do this start to finish with you guys. The only preparations I did were to stack the USB host on top, and I created this wire, which is just a little pin that I soldered a wire to, and you plug that into pin 4, which is the 5th hole because it starts with 0 on this side. And then what you'll do is take the other end of it, which I've already stripped, and you can see that here, and you just hold that onto the signal connector of the button, that or any button really, and then you hit go in the program, and it will run the test and then output it on the screen. So this is just an Arduino Uno. This is just a USB host shield. I think all things told, I paid, I guess it was probably like $30 total here in Japan for all of this setup. So that's not too terribly bad. He does go into some specifics on his website that you can get them for cheaper. You can get some, lesser quality, well, not lesser quality, just some generic parts, and go from there. But I didn't really want to wait for that, and it didn't really matter. So there we go. But before we get into testing, we got to start with a good old Japanese beer, Asahi. So if you've watched any of my stuff in the past, you know this is definitely an adult channel because I don't watch my language and I like to drink a beverage or two on camera. So let's get started. Now, I didn't prep the Windows portion of this too well, so for that I apologize. But the first thing we're going to do is we are going to load up the software or the program that he wrote onto this board. So to do that, I'm going to use this long ass USB cable I've got because my streaming setup is way on the other side of the room. What's going on, Zookie Wookie? Alright, so just make this less of a mess here. Alright, here we go. And we're going to plug the USB type B here. And this is going to be what powers this damn thing. Alright. And then we're going to take this other cable here, the USB, I guess this is the A, and we're going to plug it into my machine. So hang on 1 second. Alright. Okay, let's see if I can get this into the right USB port. Let's see if that worked here. Alright, you're going to see me kind of off camera here a minute. Let's see what we got. Okay, so lag about the Hori sticks. Yes, they have significant lag. And Wyd does a lot of testing on his medium.com account. Let me just go ahead and paste that into chat here so everyone can see that. And you guys can go take a look at his nice little write-up there. And don't mind me, I'm just trying to find my USB devices to make sure I plug this into the correct USB port. Alright, let's see here. Alright, good. I got it plugged in. Sweet. Cool. Alright, now let me go ahead and just make sure I got the software he wants, or he created, downloaded. And if he does, we'll be good to go. Oh, good, I did. Alright, let's drag that down here. And let's go ahead and share the window that I'm looking at so that you guys can see all the fun. Alright, let's do this. Please bear with me for 1 minute. Like I said, I wasn't kidding when I said I wasn't as prepared for this as I normally am. Alright. Yeah, alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and add this window capture. Done. Alright, so now you guys, we'll just put this down here, maybe lower right. Okay, so we've got the Arduino hooked up, and it is showing up on my computer, so let's go ahead and open up the sketch here. Just go to the desktop, USB lag master here, and USB lag INO. Alright. Yes. Alright, so that should be good to go. Okay, so we got this all in. Let's go ahead and let's go to Tools. Let's go to the Arduino Uno. Yep. Port is COM3. Yep. And let's go ahead and upload. Okay, no such file or directory. Let's figure that out. Probably because I just need to copy all this into there. Okay, let's try that again. Upload. Okay, there we go. And it's kind of nice that we're going to do this together so that you guys can either learn from my mistakes or just laugh at me as I make them. Either way, it's all good. Okay, so it looks like it's working okay. And okay, let me get that all up on the screen for y'all. Okay, still going. Still uploading. Yeah, so I see some notes in the chat that only some sticks weren't working right. Some, like only the wrap end was successful. I guess we're going to find out about the Brook today, because I'm going to use a Panzer Fight Stick. So it's either going to do really well for my sales, because they all feature Brook boards, or it's going to completely kill my business. I guess that's a risk we have to take in the name of science, because I'd rather be open and honest than you know, hide things. So we'll see. Alright, this thing is still going. Wow. Alright. Still uploading. Must be a big sketch. That's all good. And while that's doing that, I am going to use this little adorable tiny white USB cable to plug the Panzer into this. So we'll set that aside. Surprisingly, I don't actually have a Pro cable set up on my Panzer. Not my Namor one, at least. So that's weird. Oh, your Brook PS4 board didn't work. That's weird. Did you force it into PS4 mode? Like, just hold the button down? Alright, problem uploading to board. Oh my god. What? Programmer is not responding. Oh my god. Let's see. Ugh. Okay, so the board's being recognized, so that's good. Let's try this again. And I did just download this from his GitHub, so hopefully I got the latest version of the software. Fingers crossed. It'd be a really short stream if we can't even get the tools to load. That'd be terrible. I am feeling pretty good about the test, though, if we can get it working. Because just you can tell the difference between using a fight stick with a brook board in it and a fight stick without the brook board in it. It's very obvious. And when you're at high enough level of play, it's even more obvious. So, yeah, it's, we'll see. Okay, well, we're continuing to let this go. How's the stream look? Picture good, quality good. I redid my entire rack over there, and I'm actually running my stream rig on an i7 7700K, I think. If that's a thing, I don't even know. I've been in the AMD trenches for a while. So I had to redo all my setup tonight in Streamlabs, including the background music and everything. So if any of that's off, let me know so I can adjust it. What is this thing doing? Alright, the green light's on, so that's good. Alright, good. Good. Oh man, it gave me the error message again. Alright, let's see what some of these say. You guys can help me along maybe. It's been a hot minute since I dealt with Arduino. Alright, so programmer not responding in temp 1, not in sync, not responding. Alright, maybe I have to push this button. Sketch, good guy. Sketch, upload. Maybe I should have done this before I got on screen. Or, well, it'll be fine. Like I said, we all learn something from this. I've just got the setup to show it while we do it. Alright. Yeah, okay, good. So it looks like everyone's saying the stream's good and sounds good, so that's good. Background audio is not trumping the mic audio, and that's awesome. It's always a hassle when you get everything kind of reworked. Now, all of this equipment here didn't change, just the computer itself, but yeah, so it's, I don't think, actually, hold on. Let's let this time out. I don't think it's actually failing on the upload, because it's finding the includes. They're all in the same folder, but it's failing on the reset of the board, I think, when it is supposed to flash to the actual chip. We'll see what the error comes up with, because it's going to error out again, so I may just close out and reopen it. Yeah, see, okay, yeah, so it's programmer's not responding, not in sync. Alright, let's see what this means. It's giving me the AVR dude. Yeah, I did hit it. So, like I said, it's been a hot minute since I've done this. Let's hit, what do you do? Hit reset, and then hit upload? I always forget. Reset, upload. Like I said, it's been a while since I did this. If I'm doing it wrong, let me know. I don't play with Arduino very much anymore. Yes, that's exactly what this is. It is a latency. Latency meter. Basically. Oops, sorry about that. Hey, Cacho, how are you? Yep, same thing. The programmer is not responding. All right, let me do a quick Google search for that. I feel dumb. Yeah, no breaks from coding. Although we should get to some actual testing here in a minute. Just trying to figure out why my Arduino is being a punk. Push the reset button on the board. I did that. And I'll hit this one too. Alright. Alright, let's close this out. Let's open it back up. There's all that. Can you guys still see it? Yep. Alright. Now, let's go ahead and tools. Alright, we definitely have the Arduino Uno right here. So we should be good there. Okay. And then we are on port 3. And if we get board info, we're good to go. It says Arduino, Genuino Uno. Good. And then we'll go here to upload. And it compiles the sketch. And now it actually has everything in the tabs for the USB lag.io file. And it's compiling. And it's still going. Good God. Oh, it says make sure digital pins 0 and 1 don't have any parts connected, including any shields. So maybe the shield is causing the problem. Wouldn't that be terrible? Alright, well, we're going to continue to let this go, and if it doesn't work on this try, we'll disconnect the USB, pop the USB shield off, and then reflash it. And then think that I'm dumb for not thinking of that well earlier. Alright, so I hope everyone's having a good morning. It is 8:30 at night here in Japan. Had a long day at work, came home, set this all up, and had a little bit of dinner, and that failed, so let's go ahead and disconnect. Alright, there we go. And let's go ahead and just disconnect the shield here. Let me make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing here. Alright, so we'll just disconnect the shield from the Arduino. That is stuck on there good, isn't it? These pins, they drive me nuts. Ah, goodness gracious. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright. Look at that. We took the hell out of those pins, didn't we? It's alright. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, plug that in. We're going to hit the reset. I saw the little light flash. You guys probably did too. Alright. Get that back up here. Let's try this again. Tools. Board. Yep. Get board info. Alright, and let's try it. This works. I'm going to be happy, but annoyed at the same time. Alright. Hey, done uploading. Like that. Goodness. That was a pain in the butt, wasn't it? Okay, so that's good. So if we go up here to Tools, and then we go to Serial Monitor, it shows us what's going on. And that's great. So let's go ahead and close this out. And let's go ahead and minimize this. And now we're going to go ahead and disconnect the USB cable, like that. And now we're going to go ahead and get the shield reinstalled because we need this to actually test everything. So let's go ahead and do that. You guys get to see me struggle through this like I did setting it up the first time. These things are just such a pain in the butt. Alright, so that's lined up. I think. There we go. People who play with these every single day are my heroes. There we go. Alright, good. Got that back installed. Let's go ahead and put it back in its little protected case here, like so. I don't think we actually have to do that, but it makes me feel better at least. And let's go ahead and plug it back into the good old PC. And
yes.
Whoops, my phone decided to turn on. Alright. And go to Tools, Board Info, good to go. And then we go up to Tools, and we'll go to Serial Monitor. I think that's what he says. Alright. And let's check his website. Alright, see what it says. Okay. So he says, connect your device, reset, note the polling interval, type command 0 and 1 to see if your signal is properly routed, clear output, send the command T, wait, change the polling interval, and we'll do the experiment again. Okay, so let's hit this reset button, because that's what they say to do. And let's grab a fight stick. Set this off to the side and set our testing wire off to the side and move this wire off here. And let's go ahead and look at the stream here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just clearing everything off. Alright. And I am grabbing my personal Prince Namor the Submariner fight stick here. And it's a little gumped up. Not really, it's just a little dirty. Fingerprints and stuff. And dust from cleaning. Or lack thereof. So let's go ahead and take this apart. Okay. These electric screwdrivers are awesome. Set the side, bottom off to the side. Alright, what I'm going to do is I am going to hook this wire into one of the screw terminals on the Brook board so that I guarantee that we have a good connection and it goes directly to the board, bypassing the easy build and all that good stuff. Not that the easy build actually affects anything, but just because it's in a convenient location more than anything. And let's see, we're going to go right here on one punch, might as well. Let's go ahead and loosen that screw up. Grab our wire. Alright. And this is clearly too long, so let's go ahead and trim this down, like so. And I'm just going to bend this at a 90 like that, so I can get it in here without taking the board all the way out. Alright, here we go. Perfect. And we're going to tighten it down. Cool. Alright, so that feels pretty good, nice and tight. Let's do a quick dummy check here. Grab the multimeter out. Set this, whoops, there we go. And what we'll do is we'll just test continuity between here and the screw terminal, which we have. So now we know we have a good connection between the board, the Brook board, and my test wire. And I know that I'm already hooked up to the to the signal on the Brook board, so no magic here. So we can flip this around like so. Just kind of run the wire out the side like that. So no trickery. All right, then we're going to take this wire, and like I said previously, we're going to come over here and we're going to plug it into pin 4, which is the 5th one from the end. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, like that. All right, and that should be in there. So that should be good. All right, now we'll go ahead. You don't want that screen. We want this one. And you know what? Actually, hang on. Let's do this, because you don't need to see my ugly face or any of those ads, although I would greatly appreciate it if you went over to my website and picked something up, because that's what funds all this. Alright, that's jasonscustoms.com. Okay, so let's grab our window capture here. Let's add this. We're going to add a new source. Add. Alright, we want this, I think. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so there is our polling window for the testing software. Alright, let's go back over to his GitHub. It says connect your device, reset the Arduino to be sure. Alright, well, we still have to connect our device. Let me grab my adorable short USB cable here. Plug that in to the fight stick there, and then the other one to the host shield. Nope, not like that. Like so. All right, let's hit reset. Not reset it. All right, let's see. All right, so we should have done that. That should be good. All right, now it says connect your device, reset the Arduino to be sure. Note the polling interval. Type command 0 and 1 to see if the signal is properly routed your board. If it works, you should see a lag value in milliseconds. So let's come here and type 0. And it did nothing. Alright, let's try this. Tools. Get board info. Alright. Tools. Serial plotter or serial monitor? It's probably serial monitor. Okay. Nope. Whoops. Alright, let's go tools. Serial monitor. Alright. Alright. And let's do that. Ah, baud right, thank you. 11520. And it didn't work. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Let's see. Let me just unplug it and plug it back in. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Tools. Serial monitor. It doesn't look like it's actually doing anything. That's cool. Let's see if the brickboard at least powered up. Oh, the brickboard's not powered up either. Great. Interesting. Well, that's no good. Maybe this cable's bad. Alright. Let's try it over here. This is proving to be quite the hassle. Of course. No. Okay, this cable is good, so that's good. On the host adapter, check to see if the 5 volts is bridged. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I see both the 5 volts and the 3 volts. Let's just check it with the multimeter real quick. See, this is why we do this live. There's so much good info out there. Let's just do it in continuity mode. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm not getting anything across 3.3 or 5. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, V-Bus is only 2 volts. Yeah, 3. It's definitely not. They didn't bridge 5 volts. It looks like they left it open there. So that's pretty fantastic. Alright. Let's see if there's an easy way I can just bridge that without actually getting my soldering iron out. I guess. Let's see. Let's just unplug that, and let's just touch it with the soldering iron real quick. Because fortunately, I do have that. All right, this is not how I wanted this to go. It's all good. Now I gotta find an outlet. That's always a problem in a Japanese house. Finding an outlet. Alright, hang on guys. I'll be back. Hold on. Trying to find an outlet. Got him. Alright. Goodness. Oh, my lord. Alright. Get this out of the way. What a pain. Yeah, I want to do this the right way, so I'm going to solder it for sure, but it's still kind of a pain in the butt. Alright. Hey, look at that. It's like art. Alright, so that's hot. Let's check it. Let's see. There's like no wiggle room on my irons cable right now. Alright, there we go. Now we'll just try and not step on that later, because that will not feel great. Alright. And let's grab our USB cable here. Hopefully nothing fries. That would be a terrible day. Green light means good. Alright, let's plug this guy in. Do we have this? Huh. Nope, still no power. Let's check it with the multimeter. There we go. Yeah, I saw that. For the glitch on that, we'll just go ahead and close that for now. Alright. We should have good continuity across this now. That just made the voltage on V-Bus go down further. All right, what's going on here? Alright, so we got 5 volts here and here, so that's good. But V-Bus is only at 1.35 volts. That's weird. Huh. That is odd. Alright, well, that's great, because now I don't know why we're getting only 1.1 volt at V-Bus. Now V-Bus is what actually goes out to the USB. 2 5-volt places to bridge. Huh. Let's see, I've got the one up here, and then I got one for the pins. Alright, maybe we'll try that too. Alright, we'll let the soldering iron heat back up a little bit. Have another swig of some Asahi Brew. Yeah, there's the one here, where my fat finger's pointing, down by the female standoffs here. And then there's also the one up here just above the reset switch, so maybe that was it. Alright, let's try this here as well. Come off screen a little bit, just so I have some room with my iron. Alright, that should be good. Let's try this again. Yeah, so on this one, what you can see, V-Bus is here, and it, that's just a convenient spot to do a quick measurement. So we've bridged the 5 volts here and here. Let's go ahead and See if that changes anything. Fingers crossed. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay. Grab a convenient ground and V-bus. Hey, now we're at 5 volts. Ah, Voo. You are the man. Alright. See, I would have sat here and scratched my bald head all night trying to figure this out, why it wasn't coming up. Alright, so let's go ahead and flip this fight stick on its side and plug it in. See if it turns on. Hey, look, it turned on. Cool. It did exactly what I wanted it to. Sweet. Alright, now. Oh, man. You guys are the kings. All of y'all. Alright. Let's go ahead and open up the serial monitor again. And let's go ahead and close that serial monitor out. Let's remove it. Okay, start. OSC did not start. Well, that's okay, I think. Alright, window capture here. Add. And we're going to do new. And we're going to do this. Done. Alright. So now you guys should see this. So we should be good to go. Alright. Now, let's plug this into pin 4. Pardon my head. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Good to go. Let's hit the reset button here. Okay. Start. OSC did not start. Alright, and let's type 0. Okay, it says low. That's good. And let's hit. It says you should see a lag value in milliseconds, and I see nothing. So that's good. And by good, I mean terrible. Let's try that again. Alright, nope. Alright, maybe, let me just double check the instructions. On his website at Medium, it says to connect it to pin 4, but maybe I saw something that says connect it to pin 7. Let's see. After that, hook up desired button signal using the necessary to invert it to pin 7. Alright, let's see, pin 7. Alright, let's go to pin 7. Like that. I'm not going to diode it. Still says low. Input was dropped. Oh my god, so many input drops. Oh. Oh, so many dropped inputs. All right. Fantastic. All right, so let's see here. Yeah, I actually moved mine over to pin 7. But it's giving me inputs being dropped, so that's great. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I don't have a good enough connection on the PCB, and by the PCB I mean the Arduino shield here. Let's what? All right, let's see. Joy. Oh, that's not gonna do me any good. Let's clear output here. Alright. And, okay. Let's do 0. It says low. Alright, so that didn't work. Let's go there. Alright, well, we did a test, so we know that it's actually getting from the controller over to here. So let's Let's force mode this into a PS4. Let me just look that up. I never remember what it is. UFB forced modes. Replug this because I did have control. Let's see. Unplug. And replug. And it doesn't actually do anything on the screen here. Let's check the force modes here. Alright, so if we hold one player down, or one punch down rather, when we plug it in, should force it into PlayStation 3 mode. Okay, that didn't work. Alright, yeah, that's what I thought too. It looks like, alright, what is going on here? So maybe this whole repeatable easy thing is not quite so with this. It's alright. Yeah, so when I uploaded the sketch earlier, or I tried to upload the sketch with the host, it didn't work. It would fail. Tools. Start no longer. Okay. OSC did not start. What does that mean? Ah, here we go. Let's see. Yeah, so there is no. Actually, once we bridged the 5 volts, then it actually started working. So that's good, I guess. But it said okay. So I did an OSC and. See, try to use her pen. Sorry, I'm just reading something here. Yeah, so the OSC is failing to start. Seems like it's a the host shield is causing a problem. So we're looking it up now, and unfortunately, it seems that there's like a lot of different people that have this same error, but not a lot of things popping up as to how to fix it. One person says this could be a hardware issue. I got a new shield and that fixed it. Yeah, that's weird. Now let's try and upload the sketch again. I'm doing that now. Last time, you know, if you remember earlier in the stream when we were uploading the sketch with the shield attached, it failed. As soon as I took the shield off, it worked and it uploaded. So we'll see. I'm not opposed to doing you know, this stuff multiple times, obviously. So we'll see what happens. And there's a very good chance that I got a defective shield. I mean, it's possible. Oh, look, now it says it's done uploading. What the heck? Alright, let's go to Tools and Serial Monitor. Start, OSC did not start. Alright, same thing. Now let's type 0, low. Alright, so that didn't work. Okay, so it seems as though my shield may be defunct, may be damaged. Looking at it, I don't see anything that would indicate why it's broken or damaged. And it looks like, I mean, we've got power. Let's see, I mean, we've got good connection everywhere. Yeah, at least it looks like we've got good connection everywhere. The pins are all the way down, so that's good. That's weird. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yep, reset, and OSC did not start. Alright, so if I click here, I'm looking at the Arduino forums right now. It says post your code, okay. Run the board QC in Sketch. Yeah, we're gonna have to try another controller. Because I'm gonna have to buy another one, which kind of stinks. But even when, so if we take this off, let's go back to the serial console here. If I click that off, serial monitor, okay, let's just hit the reset here. Reset there. I wonder if it is the Brook board. Let's see. Wouldn't that be some weirdness? Okay, you said you had some luck with your Hori wrap in, so I'm gonna try mine. Let's see what happens. And don't mind me, I'm just gonna... Yeah, same thing. OSC did not start. Okay, so that's a different controller. So I think that my shield maybe crap, which is unfortunate. Actually, it's very unfortunate. So I think our test tonight may fail because this USB shield is busted, which sucks because, again, it was like 15 bucks. It's not a big deal, but that's no bueno. All right, let's see. Let's go to USB HID boot. Let's see, Sketch. Let's see if there's any stock sketches I can try. Let's see. I don't think you guys can see any of this while I'm dorking around on the old computadora over here. Let's see. No, that's not gonna work. Let's see. What I'm doing is I'm going to try and find the USB board QC sketch. I just gotta find it. Alright, let's see here. Alright, cool, I found one. So, let me just... Oh my gosh. Alright, download the zip. No. It's downloading that. Let's do this. Alright, so what I did is I just found this. This is supposed to test it out. Let me post this in the chat for you guys. This is supposed to be the USB host testing software. Core QC, here we go. Open that up. And let's upload that. Alright, so it's uploading. So hopefully this will upload and it can do a QC check on this USB shield. That's ideally what it's supposed to do. And if it does, that's going to, well, tell me one of two things. Either the board's completely jacked and you can't use it, or it's fine and something else is dorked up. So, we'll see. Hopefully, I kind of feel weird saying this, but I hope it's the USB shield that's jacked up, because that would solve a lot of problems, actually, because it makes it easy to fix this. It won't get back the last, let's see, hour of our time, because we've been dorking around with this, trying to get it to work, but it will at least help kind of narrow it down to what the problem is, so we can move forward. Unfortunately, we won't be able to move forward until tomorrow, because, well, we won't have a shield until tomorrow. So, alright, I think this, yeah, this failed once again, because the AVR dude's a jerk. Let's try it again. So that's going back in, re-uploading. Yeah, so it's good that it's your software. Or it's not the software. I think what the problem is is I think my shield is jacked up because I tried my wrap in and that wrap in I don't think is actually modified with a brookboard. Yeah, that one's not modified with a brookboard. My hitbox up here is modified with a brookboard. So that would explain that. Is it? Let's see. Unfortunately, I think all of my... Oh, hold on. Let's see if my... What's the chances that this works? This is my Sega Virtual Stick High Grade. Alright, so that's plugged in. Let's go up here to the serial monitor. Okay, let's try that. Tools, serial monitor, hit the reset button, yoink. Uh-oh. Alright, let's try re-upload the sketch, maybe it got jacked. Tools. More info. Good. Upload. Alright, we'll go re-upload that. I guess I should unplug my high grade here. So originally, my idea was get this set up and then test all the different sticks I had on my shelf over here, all on stream. Why not? We had it set up, it should be pretty easy. Well, just the setup is taking frickin' forever. Man. But at least we all get to go through this together, and maybe someone's gonna be like, man, screw this noise, I don't want to mess with this, I'll let someone else try all this, and let me know what they come up with. Because I think if I was in someone else's position watching this, I would probably do the exact same thing. Like, man, this sucks, I don't want to deal with all this headache. What a pain in the butt. But again, like I said, we're all learning, we're all playing, we're having a good time. The problem is, I'm almost out of beer. Same. Alright, let's see here. So, since you guys can't see it, because I've taken the screen away, I'm re-uploading the sketch to the Arduino board, thinking just to kind of start factory fresh with the full install. I don't think anything got corrupted when we tried to flash the USB quality control or quality checker on it, because it failed. But at the same time, you know, if it just wipes the flash before it goes, who knows? So we're just gonna re-upload everything and try it again. Assuming it actually finishes and it doesn't keep failing on me. So for those of you who have not played with something like this, so Arduino is a microcontroller based on the AVR architecture, and there's a software called AVR Dude that actually goes in and like flashes it and uploads the software and stuff like that. Now Arduino does that all in the background, but you can do a lot of interesting things with these microcontrollers. Make your entire boards, all up to you on your own using them, and get into some of the more advanced stuff by C coding and then uploading it using AVR Dude command line or the Windows interface. No, I don't think it matters the Arduino software. It doesn't say. It's not like, I know some of the earlier versions of well, I don't know what the software is right now, what version it's up to with the Kaimana LED controller, but that's all based on Arduino. And I know that if you're using older code, you have to use like Arduino 1.63, I think. I've got Arduino 1.89. I just downloaded it tonight. Again, I don't really do a lot with Arduino. It's been a hot minute since I've done anything with it, actually. So right now, what I've done is I've just downloaded it fresh tonight. Downloaded the software that WydD created and put it on the board, and then broke it, I guess. And now I'm trying to put it back on, and it's the whole thing, right? So everything's fresh, and we were able to re-upload the sketch with the USB host attached, and then we weren't able to, and then we were able to. So I don't know what's going on. Ideally, the flash shouldn't matter with the shield being attached, because the Arduino bootloader is loaded on, which is why you don't need a special AVR type programmer that goes under the 6 pins. That's one of the nice things about the Arduino environment, is that you don't have to deal with that. All right, let's just hit refresh there, reset. Whoops. Unplug and plug back in. And just try that all again. Install this package to use your Arduino board. What? Alright. Maybe my stuff's not up to date. What board version do I have? Good lord. Let's see. Doesn't say. Oh, 1.623 is installed. Um, 1.623. Well, that's the latest. Alright, that's weird. So it's telling me that I need to install a package to use your Arduino Genuino board. I'm like, well, no, because it says 1.6.23, and whatever. I'll just install 6.22. Yeah, I think, if anything, my board may be damaged. That's the only thing I can think of. Now, I don't know if it's because we bridge those two 5-volt joints. I mean, I guess it's possible. Or if it's because it was just broken when I got here. Amazon Japan did mail it in just kind of like a paper mailer, which whatever, but it didn't. Nothing looks broken on it, and none of the pins look bad, unless there's a bad solder joint somewhere that I'm just not seeing because it's a micro solder joint problem. I don't know. Alright, let's see here. Let's go to tools, board info. Alright, yeah, we got the right board, so that's good. Tools. It's COM3. Alright. Try uploading again. Why not? I guess if this doesn't work, we'll close Arduino and start it over again. Yeah, it's probably going to fail. Usually it's done by now, like when it works, so that's good, but what a nuisance. I guess if this doesn't work after a couple minutes, I'm probably going to just have to order a new shield and then try and redo this whole test probably on Wednesday, Japan time, because if I order it now, it won't be here tomorrow, it won't get here Wednesday. Yeah, this didn't work. Alright, well, let's unplug the board. And let's close Arduino out completely. And, whoops, let's not do that. Okay. Alright, we'll open it up, back up, restarting everything. Yes. Okay. Of course, now when you restart Arduino, it decides to talk to the internet and decide, hey, I need to be updated. Why can't anything just be easy? I guess if it was easy, then everyone would do it. That's alright. So while this is working and doing its thing, I did score some pretty sweet stuff this week in terms of fight sticks. I got 4 Mad Cats versus Shells. Where's mine? Huh. Oh, I must have boxed it up. So I got 4 shells with varying levels of parts in them for like $75. So I'll probably doing a rebuild of all of them and putting brick boards in there with the easy mod. I don't know if I'm going to do that as a traditional stream or I'm going to do like a video where I like edit everything together. I'm leaning towards doing a video where I edit everything together and setting up all 5 of my Lumix cameras at different angles just to record as I do it, so I have lots of footage to chop up and use. And I also, and don't get mad, because I don't want you to get mad. Be happy. I got a third VLX diamond coming, which I'm super excited for. We've got 2 complete in the box, and I think the third one is, I don't think it's complete in the box, but it's still a VLX diamond, and I got it here in Japan, so it probably has the box. Most of the diamonds here, when you can get them, have the box. And I'm not going to tell you what I paid, because you guys will probably fly out here and murder me in my sleep, but I'll get it for a really good deal. Now, what I may do is I may actually upgrade it with with the new Auto DIY V5 upgrade, and then put the SDB 202s in it, white mechanical buttons from Sam Ducks at Crown, because I just like those buttons so much. So we'll see. I'm going to see what it looks like when it shows up, see how much work I have to do to clean it up, if any, and then maybe do an upgrade on stream on that one. But I'm excited for that one, because I've got 1 diamond down there right now. I've got my 2 out of my 4 Sega Saturn twin sticks that I've got to upgrade with my new panels, which I will be putting Brook boards with retro boards in there, and I made these nice VLX Street Fighter V cabinet inspired panels for it, so I'm super excited to use that. There'll be 6 button panels, and then the 4 buttons off to the side will be the start, select, touchpad, and home buttons, so I'm pretty excited to use those. That will be a more traditional video, because I'm going to have to do a little bit of work to all of these sticks, and I want to put retro boards in all of them, and that's going to be sweet. So, Arduino is still updating. Awesome. And then eventually, I am going to add, so I've got 2 cameras in my setup. I got this one right here, and then I got this one here. But I did pick up a 3rd one, and I want to put that one kind of like on a handheld thing, so that, you know, when we're doing things, I'm like, oh, check this out. I can grab it, flip it over, and be like, check this out over here, and just kind of show you guys some random things around the shop here. Alright, what is going on with this Arduino? Oh, it's waiting on me. Oh my god. Yes, I want to install this. I'm over here jerking off, not paying attention. This could have been done already. Goodness gracious. Alright. Let's plug this guy back in. Alright. Let's go to Tools. Arduino, COM3, get board info. Good. And upload. Yeah, I could use my camera, my phone as a camera. As a matter of fact, before I left California and moved out to Japan, I did a stream, and I actually had my phone set up. It's kind of a RTMP camera, and it was fine, but I picked up another camera, and these Lumixes do really well. And I got a Japan-only model. It's the G99, and it makes these the G7s that I've got look like, you know, kids' toys. I just haven't played with it too much. And then, you know, I also have a GH4 and a GH5. That's what I use to film like my actual YouTube videos with. So I don't really hook them up as streaming cameras. But, yeah. Oh my god, what is this thing doing? Alright, so it looks like this is going to fail on the program upload again. So, that's great. I think what we may do is I may just hop on Amazon. We call it Jamazon here, Japan Amazon. May hop on Jamazon and order another USB shield and get some of this mess cleaned up so that I can reattack on Wednesday when it shows up. But, we'll see. I don't think this is going to work, because if it worked, it would have already been done. So, that's unfortunate. This is quite the hassle. Maybe I'll find a little bit more expensive USB host shield. One where it's spelled properly, not H0ST. I think that's where I went wrong. We'll see, though. We'll see. Yeah, it failed again. Son of a gun. Alright, let's just, you know what, one more try. I'm going to disconnect the USB cable, and then I'm going to just crank off this shield. Ugh, man. Let's do a quick inspection here. Looks like there's good solder everywhere. I mean, this pin's bent, but that's alright. There's that. Let's try it one more time. Yeah, that's, you gotta love that, generic, quality control, if you will, on some of these PCBs. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Alright, cool. So this is done uploading. Let's go ahead and just unplug. You know what's going to happen. I've like mentally made up that it's time to clean up and go to bed. And this is going to start working. Let me straighten these pins. God, I hate Arduino pins. These things sound terrible. Come on. There we go. The struggle is real, people. The struggle is real. Alright. That's in. That's good. Oh, I got one actually. No, I appreciate it. I did get one. And I haven't broken it open yet. It's upstairs in the box. I haven't played with it yet. Unfortunately, life, you know, it happens. it's crazy, stupid busy. It's insanity. Alright, so we got that plugged in. Let's go ahead and plug a controller in and see what happens. This is still the Virtual Stick high grade. Start. OSC did not start. Okay, so to me that indicates that I think the shield is jacked. Which means I'm going to just have to replace it. So I think that's what we're going to have to leave tonight. What did we learn? Absolutely nothing. We learned nothing. Not anything relatable to Fight Stick Tech, at least, which was the whole reason we were doing this. But what we did learn is my host shield doesn't work. We also learned that uploading these sketches to the Arduino boards is tricky business if you try and do it with the shield attached. Now, I'm going to wager a guess and say that my shield being damaged or not working is probably the root of all the cause issues here. So, you know, we'll take that, you know, in stride, I guess. I'm not exactly sure how to talk to Amazon Japan to get a refund, but I guess I'm gonna have to either just eat the $15 or try and figure that one out. But either way, it should be all right. Yeah, I guess that's really all. Well, I guess we also learned that you got to check the 5-volt bridge on the shield to make sure that it's you know, pushing out 5 volts. Otherwise, you're not going to power up your board. So that's a thing that you got to worry about too, apparently. Which doesn't make a lot of, well, maybe it makes sense. I don't know. USB is 5 volts, so I figured that this should just be set up for 5 volts. Now, I guess if you're trying to push up, you know, use 3.3 volt logic on your board, maybe, but, you know, I feel like that should be controlled at the Arduino, not the shield that you're attaching it to. But there's probably a good reason for it, and I just don't know it. But that's all good. Whatever the case may be, you know, we'll deal with that. So I think I'm going to just get my office cleaned up a little bit from tonight's experiment, and then I'm gonna head to bed, or actually I'm gonna head to Amazon Japan and order a new shield, and maybe we can reattack this on Wednesday. So for those of you who stuck with me, thanks, Boo Boo. I appreciate you helping me out and kind of going through some of the troubleshooting steps with me, because that was super helpful. And for the rest of you, I apologize for wasting your time. I wanted to just share some cool results with you guys. I was super amped up. But, you know, it is what it is. This is part of experimentation. Sometimes things just don't work, and you know what? Life moves on. So, with that, I'm Jason. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like button. Hit the bell if you're on YouTube so you get notified when I go live and when I post new videos. And then, yeah, if you want to support this channel, support my streams, support my business and everything I do, don't buy from my competitors, buy from me, please. Support the original Panzer Fight Stick, www.jasonscustoms.com, and we'll get you situated and squared away. So, until next time, I'm Jason, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace. I see the question, am I going to EVO? No, I will not be going to EVO this year. Last time I went was in 2016, worked my tail off. This year is my 15th wedding anniversary, so I'm actually saving all my vacation days, and the wife and I are going to go to Thailand. So I think she'd be pretty upset if I didn't have any vacation days to go to Thailand with her, so I will not be going there. I will not be going back to the States. I am staying here in Japan, and I will be watching EVO from the comfort of my bed in the middle of the night, hopefully with headphones on so I don't disturb anyone aka my wife or my cats that like to sleep in the bed with me. So yeah, no, I won't be going to Evo. It's unfortunate. I really would like to go, but I can't. Maybe next year, but maybe next year we'll be too busy as well. Who knows? The crazy things that we do with the Navy sometimes keep us from doing some of the fun stuff that we want to do.